everybody, and welcome back. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is really fast, and you're going to love it. It's so good. Okay, it is oil-free hummus. Make your own at home. The one thing that I found, I love hummus. I think that stuff is delicious. I put it on everything. It's another way to sneak in another cup, half a cup of vegetables into your diet without your body thinking, oh God, more vegetables. So here we go. The ingredients are, and you will find the ingredients on the page, 1 15-ounce or 1.5 cups of cooked chickpeas, 1/4 to 1/3 cup aquafaba. Now aquafaba is the juice that the chickpeas are sitting in the can. So don't just open the can and get rid of the juice, keep the juice. So if you have a setup like this, where you get the strainer and you empty the can into the strainer and keep the juice, because we're going to need it to smooth out the hummus. Then we have 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 1/3 cup of tahini. Now the tahini, what you want to do is you want to stir this stuff up real good before you pour it into your 1/3 cup or whatever, because a lot of the paste is stuck on the bottom. So what you really want to do is get it all stirred up real good with a spoon, and then you can go ahead and use your tahini. You want 1 to 2 cloves of fresh garlic. We're going to use 2. We want half a teaspoon of chili powder and half a teaspoon of cumin and a pinch of salt. So we have our Himalayan pink salt here, and then garnish with parsley. I don't have any parsley, so we won't be garnishing. Oh dear. So what you want to do is, like it says, it wants 1.5 cups of cooked chickpeas. So I'm going to open this up. And what you hear in the background is my cauliflower that is cooking in the microwave so I can finish my recipe for garlic mashed cauliflower, which is going to help you with your mashed potato cravings that I know you must have, because I know I'm having them. So this that you see here is called aquafaba. Okay, so here's your chickpeas, and there's your aquafaba. Alright, so we put this aside, and what we do is you just put everything right into the food processor. So, what we want is 1.5 cups of chickpeas. Which is probably my whole can. Yeah, I'm just going to put the whole thing in, because that's about 1/2 cup of chickpeas. Alrighty. Now, what we want is 1/4 to 1/3 cups of aquafaba. So I'm going to put in 1/3, because I always go ahead and put in as much as they would go ahead and put in the maximum. So we'll put that there, and we'll get, not everything turns out perfectly every time, eh? Okay, here we go. 1/3 cup of the aquafaba or chickpea juice. Put that over there. Now, the next, it says 1/4 cup of lemon juice. So here's 1/4 cup. We'll get our lemon juice. Shall we shake up the lemon juice? There's usually sediment sitting at the bottom. This way you can mix everything back up together. And we want 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Alrighty. And then what do we have next? 1/3 cup of tahini. So you stay right there. Let me grab a spoon. And what I like to do is I like to grab a spoon, open up my tahini, and just take a spoon and get all that stuff down at the bottom. Mix it all up together. See what I'm doing there? And this way you know that your tahini is not separated. And then you take 1/3 of a cup of tahini, and it says stir before measuring. So this is stirred. And that's 1/3 of a cup. So I'll pour 1/3 of a cup of tahini. And there we go, right into making a huge mess. Like I said, not everything works out for the best sometimes. Sorry. Well, I clean up, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got 1/3 of a cup of tahini, 1 to 2 cloves of fresh garlic. So, I saw this on Facebook. Let me grab my scissors. And there's supposed to be a really fast way. And as you can see, these are organic garlic buds. What you do is, apparently, you take your knife, your little paring knife, stick it in the middle of the clove. Okay, that didn't work. So, I'm going to grab 2 cloves here. And you see, technical problems are not just technical. Sometimes they're... Let go of my garlic. All right. Wow, these things are huge. Okay, so we're just going to use this one and call it 2. I'm peeling my garlic, being very human and putting stuff on the floor and making a mess everywhere. Again, I'm the one that cleans. So, okay, look at the size of this thing. We're going to call that 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. This thing is monstrous. Okay, so I'm going to cut this in half, like so. And I'm going to put it in my garlic press. And then I'm going to put it in my processor. That's 1 clove. And there's the other.
Wow, that's garlicky.
Yes, it is. And there we go. So now, I've got my 2 cloves of garlic. I'll put this tahini back over here. Now, we want 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. And we have simply organic chili powder. So I'm going to pull out 1/2 of a teaspoon, that's 1/2 a tablespoon. I need 1/2 of a teaspoon of chili powder. Voila. And what else are we needing? 1/2 a teaspoon of cumin. Again, organic. And voila, 1/2 a teaspoon of cumin. And then it says just a pinch of salt. So we'll give her a good shake. And this is Himalayan pink sea salt. All right. So now it says add chickpeas, aquafaba, lemon juice, tahini, 1 clove of garlic, cumin powder, sea salt to blender or food processor. Food processor. So, blend, blend, blend until creamy. It says 1 to 2 minutes, and then scrape the sides of the blender halfway through blending. Taste test and add additional garlic and sea salt to taste. Add additional aquafaba. If by the tablespoon, use up to 1/3 of a cup if you want it smoother. Add hummus to a bowl or a deep plate. Garnish with cumin, chili powder, and parsley. So I am going to tidy this up a little bit, and I'm going to put on my food processor, because you don't need to listen to my food processor grinding up chickpeas. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, just give me a sec. Okay, it's been a few minutes, and I am now going to show you what this delicious hummus looks like. Stay right there. I'm going to try and get rid of some of this. And I put these right into the container that it's going to live in the fridge. I put it in a container like this, so dump it in there, and once you're done, whatever's left, you just put the lid on and stick it in the fridge. I'm always afraid of these blades. Afraid I'm going to cut myself. Okay. Stephen. That's horrible.
It's also delicious.
Why, thank you, Stephen. Stephen is my son-in-law. Say hi, Stephen. Okay, so as you can see, what you have is yummy, delicious hummus. It is all natural and it is all organic, and you know because you made it with your own delicate hands. And the other thing is too, this hummus is really good if you're trying vegetables. I actually got my son-in-law to eat some the other day. I cut up some cucumbers and some carrots and some celery, stuck out a plate of hummus, and he asked me for chips, and he ate celery instead, didn't you, Pookie?
True story.
There you go. So as you can see, you get quite a bit. What I did find is that these chickpeas that I found, I was having trouble finding organic chickpeas, and these ones are smaller than the one I usually get. So I ended up putting an extra can of chickpeas into this recipe, which made this perfect. It was a little runny with just the small can of peas that I had. So, as you can see, yummy, delicious hummus. Alrighty, I can tell you guys this stuff is delicious. I do not buy store-bought hummus anymore because everyone that I found had either canola oil in it or some other oil that I could not eat. This is really, really good. You'll see there's no oil on the table, and it's fast. I mean, 10 minutes prep time, and you've got a big bowl of hummus ready to entertain and surprise your friends. All right, so this is Danica. Thank you for stopping by. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you try this, if you like it. Let me know. If you don't, what do you think I should change? And thanks for stopping by, and take care, guys.